AVC Sports presents high school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Doan Ford, patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Southeastern Med, AMG Vanadium, Woodsfield Savings Bank, Sioux Snowed State Farm, and Chandler Funeral Home.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for some high school basketball on KC 105. Hey, we're also on YRPtv on YouTube and Facebook as well. I'm Bill Cassler. Joining me tonight, Mike Podlasiak. And Mike, we're a little bit behind schedule, but kind of a cool thing. They introduced all of the Caldwell youth basketball players. They got to run through the tunnel, the varsity and the JV players and the cheerleaders all lined up, and gave them all high fives coming. So we got to see all the kids' grades. What grades were they?
Grades 3 through 8. Yeah, they introduced everybody along with the coaches, and that's how you build programs.
Sure.
You know, and B.D. Lori, the captain of the Redskins, of course, told all the kids to get into the middle circle, you know, and they got a break. So those kids, that was the highlight of their year, I'm sure.
Sure, absolutely. Hey, we are here tonight for a game between the Caldwell Redskins and the Philo Electrics, the MVL Electrics. And, Mike, the Redskins coming off a pretty tough loss last night. Garaway Pirates came into town. They were a team that almost made state last year.
Yeah, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they got to the regional finals, and they returned everybody back from that team. And I got a chance to be here last night. I tell you, they're an impressive basketball team.
Yeah, and you said the former guy that coached here.
Terry Rao, yeah. He and had a lot of success here back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Of course, brought him back, and I'm sure he had him ready because he didn't want to bring him back to a place he'd coached before and put on a bad showing.
So the Pirates are pretty good, and the Redskins, tough night last night. But, you know, we were talking a little bit about it, and you said that in basketball, it's not like football. You don't get a week to think about it and watch film. You're out playing the next night.
You know, and I like what Coach Crane has done. You know, I was always a believer as a coach, if you want to be good come tournament time, you've got to play some good competition through the season. They picked up, they played Scott, West Virginia, last week down at Marietta, the shootout, and that team was in the state finals last year, West Virginia, undefeated team. That was Caldwell's first loss, and then last night a one-loss Garaway team, like we said, was in the regional finals. So, you know, Caldwell's got 2 losses now, but they were two quality basketball teams. And you play those teams and try to expose your weaknesses. Now they've got something to work on. You've got film, you can see what you're doing wrong, and they can correct some of those things come tournament time.
Yeah, and Coach Crane and I talking right before the game, and sometimes a game like that is something that you learn something from. It can do you a lot more good than being 10-0.
I always felt that you could get more accomplished in practice after a loss than you could have win, because after a loss, the kids know that they didn't play maybe up to expectations. They've got things to improve on. After a win, they think, oh, yeah, we beat that team. You know, we're pretty good. We don't have to improve any at all. So I think that's kind of what they've got. I think without a doubt that was the 2 best teams on the Redskins schedule. So, but they've got to come back against a bigger school tonight, a school, Philo, coming off a win. In fact, they've won 2 of their last 3 games.
Got some players, too.
They do have some players, you know, so it'll be interesting to see how the Redskins respond after that tough game last night.
All right, we are approaching tip time for a game tonight between the Caldwell Redskins and the Philo Electrics. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more from Caldwell High School right after this.
Everyone's looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy. The fact is, you'll find one right here in Caldwell at State Farm Agent Sue Snode's office. Because State Farm agents like Sue have been here helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and we consider that a very good sign. See State Farm agent Sue Snode at 400 East Street, Caldwell.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car.
How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TOOL for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TOOL for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TOOL.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
We are back. Caldwell High School, Bill Cassler, Mike Podlasiak getting ready for the opening tip between the Philo Electrics and the Caldwell Redskins. You know, Mike, I got to go over and do the Barnesville game, and it was a game that Caldwell did. They won by 10. It was just the other week. But I was talking with Coach Crane and Coach Roman Lorai after the game. Both of them said, and this was not, they weren't together, they both said the same thing. You know, the Redskins, people see their record, they see how good they're doing, they know about B.D. Lorai, they know about Tice DeVault. Redskins are going to start to get a lot of other teams' best shots. I mean, people are going to be laying for Caldwell. They're a good team this year.
They have become the hunted instead of the hunter. You're exactly right. And, you know, you've got B.D. Lorai, who's averaging probably, after last night, maybe just a little less than 30 points a game, but right in that range somewhere. And, you know, kids come out, they want to take on that challenge of trying to guard him. And if they do a good job, say, hey, yeah, I remember B.D. Lorai. You know, he was a 2,000-point scorer at Caldwell. I held him to X number of points. So they have to be prepared every night because, like you said, they're going to get every team's best shot.
Well, you know, I spent a lot of time early in my broadcast career doing a lot of Cambridge games. Gene Ford, and, you know, Coach Ford, he always liked to kind of have a circle drawn around his team. He said, we're going to get everybody's best shot, and he said, we are going to be ready for a tournament because everybody plays hard against us.
And that's where, you know what, here's the thing, Bill, we're just looking at this schedule. We're basically halfway through the season. You know, before you know it, about 5 weeks down the road, we're going to start the tournament trail. You know, so teams really need to start rounding into form, and you want to be playing your best basketball at the end of January, early February. So it's time for some of these teams to kind of pick things up a little bit and work on some things that maybe a little lax on. But, boy, tournament time's going to be here.
Yeah, you want to play the better teams, too. You pointed it out earlier. You know, the better teams, you know, they'll expose your weaknesses. You figure out some of the things that you're having problems with, and you can address that before the tournament.
Right.
That's the way you want to do things.
Because there's nothing better as a coach or a player to make a tournament run. And these Redskins definitely have the ability this year to do that. But like I said, they've got to start, you know, picking things up here a little bit. And I think defensively especially is where we need some improvement with the Redskins.
I got to talk a little bit with Coach Jason Trout, the Electrics coach, before the game. I said, you know, what are your keys tonight? And he said, well, you know, we've got to try to hold down B.D. Lorai. He said, we're not going to hold him scoreless. He said, we're not going to I asked him about trapping like Garraway did the other night, and he said, you know, we're not that quick. We're going to have a little bit more problems doing things like that. He said, but we need to try to contain B.D. Lorai, not to keep him in a box, but just keep him under his average and make some of the other players that the Redskins have beat us.
You know, looking at Coach Trout, he probably wishes he could still suit up and play because he's a big big man.
He is.
And I tell you, back in his day, he was a player. In fact, I think when he was a senior or junior, they went to the state tournament that year, actually to the finals.
Yeah, I think that's. I actually asked him about that.
Todd Van Rieth was a coach over there at the time.
He laughed. He said that was a few years ago. So yeah, but this is his first year coaching. I believe.
First year as the head coach. He took over for Meadowbrook alumnus Greg Haberfield, who gave the job up at the end of last year.
Yeah. So, and this should be a pretty good matchup.
I think so.
Like you said, a little bit bigger school, and the Electric come in. They are not a bad. They're 4-6. So, hey, getting ready now to honor America. We're going to take another quick break. We'll step out for just a minute. We'll be back with more from Caldwell High School right after this.
This year, the Southeastern Med Cancer Services team is celebrating 30 years of being accredited by the National Commission on Cancer. Earning this accreditation and maintaining it for 3 decades is a testament to their team's quality outcomes, dedication, commitment, and care for their patients and community. Learn more by visiting seormc.org today.
Are you aware that planning your funeral ahead of time doesn't have to cost you a thing? Hello, I'm Brian Chandler, owner of Chandler Funeral Home and Cremation Service in Caldwell. We hear often people would like to get something down on paper but have their own insurance policy or money set aside for the expenses in a bank account. We want you to know that we often sit down with folks to take obituary information and discuss their wishes ahead of time without any prepaying. To learn more, visit us online at www.chandlerfuneralhome.net or by calling 740-732-1311. Choose comfort. Choose Chandler Funeral Home.
Our community is a special place, and you work hard to make a living and build a good life for you and your family. It's not always easy. You deserve a local financial partner to be there when you need them most. At Woodsfield Savings Bank, we live, work, and play here. Our cutting-edge technology combined with local decision-making allows us to deliver unmatched personal service. Let us start earning your trust today. Woodsfield Savings Bank. It's personal here.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
We are back, Caldwell High School. Bill Cassler, Mike Podlasiak, getting ready for the opening tip between the Caldwell Redskins and the Philo Electrics, preparing now for the introduction of the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Electrics, coached by Jason Trout, as we talked about just a few minutes ago.
He's a senior, number 1, Cade Searles.
Cade Searles, leading scorer for the Electrics. He's a good guard. He penetrates, and he will shoot from anywhere on the floor.
He's one of those guys I don't think you ever saw a shot that he didn't like.
Yeah, Demetrius Strickland, a good scorer and a very good defensive player. Might look for him to be on BD Laura tonight.
Yes, very good athlete.
Number 3, Wesley Wilson. Number 10, Cooper Radcliffe. And the final starter, number 23, Talon Preston.
So the Electrics with 3 seniors and 2 sophomores in their starting lineup.
And they go about 8 deep. Watched them the other night against Meadowbrook. So they'll bring some players in off the bench, hoping to see Coach Crane get a little bit of that in there. Ethan Crock has done a nice job off the bench for him the last couple weeks.
He's probably, without a doubt, their most improved player since week 1.
He's a junior, standing 5'8", wearing number 1, Dylan Wheeler.
You made mention, you talked to Coach Trout before the game, and for a Division IV school, Caldwell has very good height. I mean, they start the 2 sophomores, Hurlin and Wheeldon, they're both about 6'4". Tice Duvall's about 6'1", Beatty's 6'4", and then I know Wheeler's not very big, 5'8", but I'm telling you what, he's quick. He makes Coffee nervous.
Yeah, he does. He's very, very quick. And the other thing is that the guy coming off the bench, Ethan Crock, he's 6'2".
He's 6'2", so yeah, for a Division IV school, they've got really good size.
All right, let's see. Jumping for the Electrics, number 2, That is Demetrius Strickland, number 10 for the Redskins. That's Alex Herlin getting ready now to get underway here at Caldwell High School. The Stones say, start me up.
Here we go.
That's all right. Here we are. And Redskins coming into this game, they are 7-2, Electric 6-4. We are underway here at Caldwell High School. Philo controlling the tip. That's number 10, Cooper Radcliffe, with the basketball for Philo. Radcliffe gets it off. That's Searles. Searles drives down the lane. Now he kicks it off to Wilson. Wilson on the baseline gets it back out front. That's Radcliffe driving, shooting, and wow, knocked right back into his face. That is number 5, Carter Wielden with the block. Ball up the floor, rolls out of bounds, and let's see who's got possession. That's going to be Caldwell on the baseline.
Officials get together, and I think that's the right call there.
B.D. Lori will throw it in. Lori gets it in. That is Wheeler. Wheeler with the basketball in the corner. Kicks it down to Lori on the baseline. Shots up by B.D. In and out. Rebound fought for. Coming up with it. That's Wielden. Easy two for Carter Wielden. So 2 off the glass for the Tice DeVauld had a steal and lost his footing. Slipped there. Ball rolls out of bounds. It will be Philo basketball. Good pressure by the Redskins.
Exactly. They used the pressure last night. Didn't have much success with against Garraway, but probably not quite the ball handlers here is what they saw last night.
Big athletic guards. Oh, nice job here by Wheeler. And Strickland comes up with that loose ball, gets it back, throws it up again, and no good. Coming down with it, Wielden for the Redskins. 2-0 Caldwell. 7:01 left here in the first quarter. And Wheeler with it out top of the key now. Wheeler off to B.D. Lori on the wing. Lori drives down to the baseline, up and in.
2-point basket for B.D.
So, and he was frustrated by Garraway last night, but finds an opening there. First 2 of the night for Lori. 4-0 Caldwell. More full court pressure. Up the floor quickly. Searles has it. And Searles puts it in right over number 5, Carter Wielden. Here come the Redskins in the corner. Tice DeVauld off the rim, no good. Coming down with that. That is number 10, Herlin, up the floor quickly. The Electrics come. Strickland with the basketball. And B.D. Lori is going to pick up the personal foul. And I'll tell you what, Strickland is pretty quick.
He is, and you called it earlier before the game started. You kind of thought that Strickland would be guarding Lori, and that's the way it started here tonight.
He's a good matchup. 6'2", and he was harassing every Meadowbrook ball handler last night. Misses that first free throw. 4-2 Redskins, 6:16 left in the first. Strickland with his second free throw. Ball's up, and that one falls in. 4-3 now. Redskins with the ball. Here comes Lori quickly. And somebody got in behind Beatty, and I think they got him on the arm.
That was number 10, Cooper Radcliffe, and it looked like from here that it was pretty clean, and he thought it was also, but the one that really matters, the official didn't think so.
Lori with the inbounds on the wing for the Redskins. Now he drives into the lane. Ball's up and in.
And that's the thing he was not able to do last night against the Pirates.
Well, 2 guys on him pretty quick. Big guard, 6'2". And shot off the rim by Searles. Coming down with it. This is Tice DeVauld. DeVauld up the floor. That's going to be on Radcliffe. It's going to be his second real quick.
2 quick ones.
And I'll tell you what, Tice DeVauld had him beat.
Foul number 10, Cooper Radcliffe, his first.
That's only the first foul on Radcliffe. All right. And with the basketball now, that is Wielden. Wielden to Lori on the sidelines. Beatty takes a look down, works it down to Herlin. Herlin on the block, back out top. Ethan Kroc has checked into the game. Tice DeVauld outside the arc. DeVauld, top of the key, back to Lori. You're keeping a close eye on Lori. He's going to drive into the lane, penetrates. Croc's got it up, and it's blocked by Strickland. Here come the Electrics quickly. Up the floor, in the corner. That's Wilson. Back out top, Searles now. Searles on the sidelines. Back to Radcliffe, number 10 for Philo. Searles back now to Cooper Radcliffe. On the block now, on the elbow, that's Strickland. Strickland working on DeVault. These two teams match up pretty well size-wise.
They do.
Ball's up and in. That is a three-point shot for number 10. That's Cooper Radcliffe. And with that, it's 6-6.
Good patience shown that time by the Electrics offensively.
B.D. Lori across midcourt for the Redskins. Looking for a little help now. Finds Croc down on the baseline. Back to DeVault. DeVault into the lane, up and in.
2-4 times.
Up the floor quickly come the Electric. Strickland is cut off. He's going to put it back out top. That is Radcliffe. Long shot by Searles, and he'll pull the trigger on those. Ball's knocked out of bounds. That's going to be Redskins basketball. He will shoot from anywhere. You have to get a body on him.
It doesn't take him long to get that shot off.
No, and if he sees the basket, he will shoot it. Wheeldon with the basketball, works it down now to Lori on the elbow. Lori in the lane, turning, shooting, can't get it to go. Rebound coming down with it, and let's see. We're going to say Wheeldon on the baseline as he pulled that rebound down, so it will be Philo basketball. More full court pressure by the Redskins, Mike.
And as hard as they had to play last night, it'll be interesting to see how long they can stay in this full court pressure. They played hard last night against Garraway.
Radcliffe up the floor, loses the basketball. Good job by DeVault to tip it away, but it will be Electric's ball. Cade Searles with the inbounds. 3:49 left in the first. It is 8-6 Caldwell. Radcliffe back out top. Wilson for three. Long shot off the rim hard. Coming down with it, that's Hurlin. Hurlin to Lori. Here come the Redskins. Lori, shot from the top of the key is good. 7 points already for Lori. Radcliffe with the basketball, double teamed, gets it across midcourt, trap on the sidelines. And they're going to say Strickland trying to get out of that trap, put the basketball on the sidelines, so that'll be Redskins ball.
Lori already has almost as many points as he had last night. He only had 8, and I can't remember the last time he was held in less than double digits.
Well, you know, and that's one of those things that I'm sure Coach Crane was looking at last night. Oh, here's a shot by Wheeldon off the back of the rim. No good. Strickland comes down with it for the Electrics. Working hard. That is Wheeldon. Can't get it now. Croc comes up to defend, and here comes Radcliffe driving, shooting, and missing. Rebound fought for. Let's see. I think that may be on Hurlin. I'm not sure. Let's see.
That's on Beatty. That's his second.
Yeah, and they're going to, Beatty will sit.
Second in the game for the Redskins, number 23, Dylan Shaw.
All right, Dylan Schott checks in for Caldwell. 2 fouls on Lori. Driving, shooting, and scoring. That is number 3, Wesley Wilson.
That's a tough shot there along the baseline by Wilson.
11-8 Caldwell. Here comes Tice DeVault in the lane. Ball's up and can't get it to go. Rebound coming down with it is Wheeldon. And let's see, foul there. Boy, I'll tell you what, Wheeldon had, he was uncontested for that offensive rebound.
His second.
And Dylan Schott probably getting his first substantial varsity action this year, thrown into the fray early here in the first quarter. He's, like you said, he's just a freshman. He looked good in the JV game, though, didn't he?
Just what we were we were talking about. You know, you got to develop a little bit of depth here. All right, driving, shooting, and score. No, Wheeldon has his shot partially blocked. Ball's up by Hurlin. That's good. Well, Alex Hurlin gives the Redskins a 14-8 lead. Ethan Croc knocks the ball out of bounds. That's good defense right there. It's be a little bit of a test for the Redskins without B.D. Lori, their go-to guys. So we'll see. Searles driving, kicks it outside. That's Talon. Talon has the ball knocked out by Tice DeVault. Good hands by DeVault.
You know, this may be a good situation for the Redskins, too. Make them play a little bit without Beatty, you know, the go-to guy. Some other guys are going to have to step up now.
Well, that's one of the things Coach Trout said he wanted to do, and getting him on the bench with 2 personals. I'm pretty sure that Coach Crane, he'll probably put him in to start the second, but he'll sit him for the rest of this first quarter. 14-8. Caldwell with a 6-point lead. Searles drives the baseline, throws a shot up, hits the top of the support, and that's out of bounds, so it will be Caldwell basketball.
Not a very good shot that time by Searles.
A little bit more weight on Tice DeVauld. Oh, here's a shot blocked by number 33. That is Drew Wright for the Electrics. DeVauld controls the basketball for Caldwell. Driving, that's wheeled in, up and in.
Good strong move that time by the sophomore guard.
Searles up the lane, and I'll tell you what, Cade Searles beat everybody to the point of attack. That's 4 points for him, 16-10 now, 1:24 left in the first. Here comes Tice DeVauld for Caldwell. DeVauld with the basketball on the sidelines, Ethan Kroc. Kroc drives, throws a pass across the lane. Shot can't handle it, but that's picked up by Tice DeVauld on the sidelines. Redskins maintain possession. DeVauld drives in the lane, up and misses the shot, and let's see, whistle. What's the call?
I think they called DeVauld with a shove.
Redskin foul number 4, Tice DeVauld.
And I'll tell you what, that was a nice drive by DeVauld as well.
Second in for the Redskins, number 1.
And DeVauld takes a seat.
Wheeler checks back into the lineup for the Redskins.
And here's Demetrius Strickland for the Electric. 16-10, under a minute to go here in the first. Strickland out near midcourt. Oh, throws a tough pass. That's picked up by Wright. He gets it back. That's Searles in the corner. Talon back now to Searles. Searles on the wing, drives the baseline. Shot is up. That's good. Tough shot, but he made it.
Good defense that time by Dylan Wheeler.
All over him, right where he needed to be. Shot, kicks it back outside. Oh, that's a bad pass. Here comes Wilson. Wilson down the lane, up, in. In.
2-point basket, Wilson.
16-14, 17 seconds left here now in the first quarter.
Well, I tell you what, Bill, the Redskins are really young on the floor right now with three sophomores, a freshman and a junior.
Here's Schott taking a look at things. Now he gets it back. That's Kroc. Long shot in. The bank is open.
And that brought a big big smile from Ethan Kroc.
19-14. You know, you were talking about it. He sure has improved. Redskins looking pretty good here in the first quarter. The score, Caldwell 19, Philo 14. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
I'm not buying till I check Down Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com.
Back to Caldwell High School, Bill Cassler, Mike Podlasiak, and wow, Mike, a little bit of a lineup shuffle. They took Tice DeVauld out, Beatty Lori was out with 2 fouls, and Redskins pretty young on the floor. You know, we were talking about developing some depth. Well, sounds like Coach Crane looking at the same kind of idea that we had.
Knowing the kind of effort that the Redskins put out last night against the Garaway Pirates is probably a good move. He's going to try to keep kids as fresh as possible tonight. And like you said, it's a regular season game. It really doesn't mean anything. It gives you a chance to get some of those younger kids some valuable varsity playing experience right now.
Yeah, and the Redskins right now not worried about a league title. They're just playing their schedule. So 19-14, 5-point lead for the Redskins. We are underway here in the second quarter. Beatty Lori back in the game with the basketball. He'll shoot the 3 from the wing. Ball's off the back of the rim, no good. Kroc gets a hand on it, gets it back outside. That's Wheeler with the basketball. They work it back out to Lori again. He'll take the 3. Yes.
3 for Beatty.
He doesn't miss twice, does he?
No, he doesn't.
All right, Electrics with the basketball. That's Cade Searles. Boy, as advertised.
That's NBA range right there.
He does that a lot, too.
No hesitation on his shot.
All right. Lori with the basketball for the Redskins. Back over to Wheeler again. Wheeler. Wheeldon. DeVauld back in the game now. Tice DeVauld. kicks it back into Wheeler on the wing. Now top of the key, Kroc back outside. Wheeler drives the baseline, kicks it back out. That's DeVauld. Good patience by the Redskins. Here's Wielden for three, high off the rim, no good. Rebound Wheeler, and he throws it back out to the open corner. Can't come up with it.
Blue ball.
Dead. Beatty, I think, landed in his grandfather's lap down there.
I think he did.
That's the way it worked. All right.
You don't want to hit Rome very hard.
No, you don't. All right, Searles with the basketball. Wilson now in the corner, checking into the game. That's number 4. That's Clayton Peterson for the Electric. Searles now in trouble, and Wielden. Nice job picking that pass off. Wielden down the floor, back out to Lori. Beatty will take the shot from the wing. Yes.
3 for Beatty.
You know, you want to see what your team can do without him, but they're pretty good with him. Shots up there, missed by Wilson. Here come the Redskins with the basketball. Nice job by Wielden to corral that. Back to Lori now. He'll take the shot from top of the key. Misses everything that time. That, you rarely see that.
Maybe a little quick that time offensively.
25-17 Redskins, 6:06 left here in the first half. Cade Searles with the basketball for the Electrics. Searles to Wilson, back to Searles. He'll take the three, high off the back of the rim. Lori with the rebound, up the floor quickly now. Lori finds Wheeler, back to Lori. Yes!
2 for Beatty.
Nice job by Dylan Wheeler to get the ball back to Lori. And Searles tries to drive, loses control, and Redskins cause a turnover.
Try to do too much that time.
27-17 now, 10-point lead for the Redskins. 5:38 left here in the first half. Beatty Lori across midcourt. Lori finds Tice DeVauld on the wing. DeVauld in the lane, up and in.
2 for Tice.
Nice drive by DeVauld. Searles gets it across to Peterson. That's going to be on Tice, but I'll tell you what, I don't blame him. That pass was kind of hung up in the air. It looked good.
Just a split second late getting there, and he did get him on the arm. That's 2 against Tice here.
Number 23.
See if Coach Crane decides to leave him in here with 2 with 5:16 to go in the second quarter.
29-17, and like I said, that may go back to, let's see. Redskins playing a little zone here. Strickland misses the shot, followed on the backside by Talon. Can't get it to go. Wheeler with some good defense. That's going to be on Talon. 23, that was a little bit of a frustration foul on Talon Preston, excuse me. Talon Preston. Yeah. Calling him by his first name like we're, real close. Wielden with the basketball. 29-17 Redskins, 4:55 left in the first half. Lori in the lane, balls up and can't get it to go. Coming down with that rebound, that's number 11, Braden Bleakney. Turnover. Here come the Redskins. DeVauld up the floor. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Wielden. Wielden loses the handle. Picked up by Wilson. Here come the Electric. Strickland finds Searles on the wing. Searles drives into the elbow. Ball's up and in.
2-point goal, Searles.
29-19, 10-point lead for the Redskins. Beatty Lori now working on Preston. Ball's up by Lori. Can't get it to go. Strickland has the rebound. And Wielden tips it away. Kroc has it. Now picked up by Preston. He finds number 11. That is Braden Bleakney. Bleakney can't control the basketball. It goes over to Caldwell.
That will not be on ESPN's top 10 plays tomorrow.
No. Either way. Some substitutions coming in. Wielden takes a seat. Alex Hurlin checks in for him. All right, Tice DeVauld with the basketball. 4:02 left in the second. Here come the Redskins. Got a 10-point lead. DeVauld. Top of the key. Picking it up. Oh. Well, I'll tell you what, nice hustle there by Kroc as he couldn't handle the little pass. Was able to knock it off one of the Electrics.
The two Redskins just kind of looked at each other like, are you going to go after it? Well, if you're not, maybe I should. And Ethan Kroc, like you said, good hustle, allowing the possession to stay with the Redskins.
Beatty Lori with the basketball now. 3:43 left in the first half. 29-19 Redskins. Here's Tice DeVault for three.
Boy, nice little back screen set that time. Good skip by Beatty over top to Tice, and he dropped it.
Radcliffe, number 10, back in the game for the Electrics now. Radcliffe works it back to Searles. Searles, he'll take that shot. Off the rim, no good. Rebound DeVault. Here come the Redskins, 32-19. Caldwell driving, shooting, missing. And coming down with it, Preston. Preston outlets to Strickland. Strickland loses the ball, picked up by Kroc. Kroc loses the handle to Searles. Searles, easy layup, up and in.
2-point basket, Searles.
32-21 now. Redskins with an 11-point lead. Back to Beatty Lori now. 2:51 left here in the first half. Lori.
High screen set out on top by Hurlin.
Here's Tice DeVault driving, shooting, and scoring.
2-point basket for Tice.
Boy, he's strong taking the ball to the basket.
Yeah, you know, I'll tell you something. A timeout on the floor, but you watch him, and that's the one thing about Tice. He's such a great option for the Redskins. You know, you can't really concentrate completely on Beatty Lori when Tice is on the floor. He's so strong with the basketball.
He is. And, you know, and the other kids have their moments. Overall, like I said, for Division IV school, Caldwell's got a nice basketball team, and showing it here this evening against the larger school, the Electrics and Philo.
Hey, do want to point out, you said this earlier, I think, team that beat Caldwell last night, Garaway, the Pirates, they are Division III, so they won't have to see them in the tournament.
They're probably thankful they don't have to play them come tournament time.
Well, year in, year out, top teams in the IVC, which Garaway's in, are usually the Highland Hawks, Garaway, and Malvern, the Hornets.
Yeah.
Good basketball up there around Tuscarawas County.
It's a good it's just a good leg.
All right, it'll be Philo basketball. 2:37 left here in the first half. 34-21, Redskins with the lead.
Redskins going to go a little zone here, a little 1-3-1 trap.
That's Radcliffe from the elbow, can't get it to go. Good shot. Beatty Lori goes down. Must have found a wet spot on the floor.
His second.
Just 5 fouls against the Electrics. So far, pretty clean game. Only 9 fouls called to this point. Neither team in a 1-and-1.
Well, after the stifling defense they saw by the Garaway Pirates last night, the Redskins, they're happy to find some open spaces on the floor, aren't they?
And they found a lot more already than they did all of last night. Yeah, that was quite a defensive exhibition last night by the Pirates.
As you said, team that was one game away from making state last year, and they returned most everybody. Here's Lori with the basketball. They're going to say over and back. Well, I'll tell you what, I didn't see that.
Oh, I didn't either. We're sitting right at midcourt.
Yeah, I don't have a whistle, but it didn't look like over and back to me. But all right.
Just a third turnover on the night for the Redskins.
Searles with the basketball now. Searles in the corner. Strickland for three. Off the rim, no good. Coming down with it, nice rebound by DeVault. A little bit of a frustration foul there by Wesley Wilson for the Electrics.
Wesley Wilson, his first. Team 6.
Here comes number 33. That's Drew Wright. Physical player. Good sized kid for the Electrics comes in. Wright 6'2", he's just a junior. Tice DeVault drives in the lane. And let's see, loses control of the basketball. That will be Philo ball. 1:52 left in the first half.
Looked like the ball might have slipped out of his hand a little bit
I think so. I think he just lost control as he was trying to roll it off his fingers. Radcliffe in the corner, Wilson. Good defense by the Redskins. Searles with the shot, top of the key. That's good. Boy, it's been the Cade Searles show here.
I was going to say, he is keeping them in it.
He's the only one scored here in the second quarter for them. There's a foul on. That's on Strickland, and ooh, that's going to send Lori to the line.
Well, I don't know if you knew it last night. The people that were here saw something you don't see very often. He only got to the free throw line one time and missed his only free throw attempt last night.
Oh, he took the donut. Wow.
Took the donut last night. Only got there with one shot and was 0 for 1.
You know, I was telling the guy I did color with against Barnesville, Mark Brown, about him, and I think he went 10 for 10. He really, against Barnesville, looked good. Second shot, got them both.
Of course, he owns the longest free throw shooting streak in the state of Ohio with 69 and has 3 other streaks that were more than 60. And there's nobody that has deserved it more than him because he spends so much time in the gym, and it shows.
That's what I said. When he misses one, it's news.
It is.
Wow,
You're right.
He missed one. Wilson, good defense there. That's Wielden. Wilson in the corner, back out to Strickland now. Strickland finds an open Radcliffe in the corner, drives the baseline up and can't get it to go. Fighting for that rebound. Let's see, that's number 12. That's Chaz Pfeiffer.
Pfeffer, yeah.
Pfeffer?
Chaz Pfeffer.
I'll tell you what, he looked good in JVs. Had a good game. Searles now. Back outside for the Electrics. Under a minute to go here in the first half. 36-23. Searles down the lane, kicks it back outside. Radcliffe, yes.
3-point basket, Radcliffe.
Nice shot there that's his second 3 of the night. Cooper Radcliffe.
Timeout. Redskins.
The Redskins want to talk things over. They're going to send Beatty Lori and Tice Duvall back. And again, we see wholesale substitutions by the Redskins, seeing a lot more people on the floor.
Well, you've got Beatty and Tice both with 2 fouls right now. So the last thing you want as a coach is to get your top players 3 fouls in the first half. So you've got some young kids that have been able to play some quality time here in the first half, and I think that'll pay dividends for the Redskins down the road.
No doubt about it. And also, Beatty Lori and Tice Duvall both preparing to check in for this final 22 seconds here as Redskins have a 10-point lead, 36-26. Got to give the Electrics some credit. They're hanging around.
They are. And what the Redskins like to do in this situation, of course, is kind of clear things out. Wait for a last-second shot where Beatty either takes the ball to the hole and scores or at least gets fouled. And when he goes, like you said, to the free throw line, it's almost a short two.
Yeah, and I think Redskins in the 1-on-1 right now. So, excuse me, I was incorrect. There's 30 seconds left here. Lori's got the basketball for the Redskins. 26 on the clock. Beatty Lori out near midcourt.
He'll probably be happy to hold the ball right here. Well, put a little
they're
pressure
come out
on
and get him, put a little pressure on him.
Which is smart on the part of Philo. Make him give the ball up.
Wielden, they find Kroc. Kroc down on the blocks. Can't get it to go. Rebound tipped up. Can't get that one to go. That's a good shot. And here come the Electrics quickly. Searles across the court. Long shot. Missed. That was number 11. Braden Bleakney can't get it to go. End of the first half. Good first half for both these basketball teams. I'll tell you what, the Redskins have got to be breathing a sigh of relief. Like I said, they're finding some open spots on the floor, getting some good shots.
They are. And the other thing is, like I said, they were able to overcome two fouls against Beatty, 2 fouls against Tice Duvall there. And nice job by some of those younger kids coming in and getting some quality minutes into the basketball game.
The score at half, it is Caldwell 36, Philo 26. We'll take a break. Back with more from Caldwell High School right after this.
I'm not buying till I check on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com.
Promises. You've heard them all. Peace of mind, quality insurance products, superior claim service, all at a fair and competitive price. Since 1848, Westfield Insurance has promised to provide excellent insurance coverage for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust. That is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers. For a quote on protecting your home, auto, and business, call W.B. Green Insurance today. W.B. Green, professional insurance.
Our community is a special place, and you work hard to make a living and build a good life for you and your family. It's not always easy. You deserve a local financial partner to be there when you need them most. At Woodsfield Savings Bank, we live, work, and play here. Our cutting-edge technology combined with local decision-making allows us to deliver unmatched personal service. Let us start earning your trust today. Woodsfield Savings Bank. It's personal here.
Whether you are experiencing pain in your knee, tingling in your fingers, or a sore back, Superior Med Orthopedics is here for you. Their patients' health and safety is their top priority, and they currently offer telehealth visits for your initial appointment. Take comfort in knowing when you come to their facility, they're following all protocols to ensure you remain safe. Find out all their team offers by visiting seormc.org today to learn more.
Everyone's looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy. The fact is, you'll find one right here in Caldwell at State Farm Agent Sue Snode's office. Because State Farm agents like Sue have been here helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and we consider that a very good sign. See State Farm Agent Sue Snode at 400 East Street, Caldwell.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TOOL for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TOOL for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code TOOL.
Welcome back to Caldwell High School. It's halftime. Redskins have a 36-26 lead on the Philo Electrics. Got a good game tonight for Caldwell, but you have to give Philo credit. They are hanging around, Mike.
You know, and I was just looking at the shooting stats, and just to watch this basketball game, it just doesn't seem like Philo's making a whole lot of shots, but they're making enough. They're staying in it. They actually shot 41% for the first half. They were only 3 out of 10 from the three-point arc, but they were 8 out of 17 shooting twos. Enough to keep them in. The big difference I see is Caldwell just had a lot more offensive rebounds, a lot more second opportunities. They didn't shoot the ball that much better, but they got more shots.
Well, no doubt about that. What was the turnover story as well? Fairly even?
Fairly even. I had the Electrics charted with 5 turnovers in the first half and just 3 for the Redskins. So a pretty clean game. Both teams trying to press a little bit, not getting a whole lot of turnovers, but, you know, controlling the pace of the game a little bit.
Both teams handling the pressure pretty well as well. Now, individually scoring-wise, let's take a look at for the Electrics. Demetrius Strickland with just 1 point so far. He's been kind of shut down. It's been 4 points for Wesley Wilson on a couple of deuces. Cooper Radcliffe, the guard, 2 3-point shots, 6 points, and leading the way for the Electrics. 15 points for Cade Searles, and through the second quarter, through the early part and through the middle, he basically kept the Electrics in the game.
He pretty much did. He and Radcliffe basically have been the offense for the Philos to this point. And if Coach Trout wants to get back into this basketball game, he's going to need some production from some other kids here in the second half.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Let's check the scoring for the Redskins. 3 points for Ethan Kroc on a tray, 3 points for Alex Hurlin on a tray. Carter Wielden with a couple of deuces, 4 points for him. 9 points for Tice DeVald, including Trey. And B.D. Lori leading the way with 17 points, including 3 three-pointers, and he's 2 for 2 from the line tonight so far. So B.D. Lori finding some space on the floor, and after that game that he had the other night, he's seeing all this space now, and he sees this as an opportunity.
I tell you, last night against the Pirates of Garaway, he saw no space. They were all over him last night. And again, Bill, the difference, Caldwell's got 6 made threes. The Electrics have 3. So there's 9 points. It's a 10-point game. So that's the difference in this game right now. The Redskins shooting just a little bit better from the field than what the Electrics are.
Well, and Redskins have 5 guys, pretty typically what you'd see from them scoring-wise. But I'll tell you, Coach Crane lengthening his bench tonight, particularly with the foul trouble. You like to see what some of these young guys are doing on defense, and when they get a chance to get the basketball, they're working hard.
You had Dylan Schott and Chaz Pfeffer both coming in, and I don't know all year that they've been in a varsity game in the first half. They came in, and you didn't know that they didn't have the experience because they held their own in the time that they were on the floor here in the first half.
Yeah, Dylan Wheeler started tonight, and Dylan doing what Dylan usually does, handling the basketball, playing good defense, hustling all over the floor. Held scoreless. Again, he's a pretty integral part of what Caldwell likes to do. That's why he's in the starting lineup. But you pointed it out earlier, number 24, Ethan Kroc, beginning to contribute more and more.
He hit a 3, I tell you what, last night in the game against Garraway. He was a solid player, both offensively and defensively. He's a kid just loves football, but he is a kid who's working. He knows that it's important, that he gets better. And he's probably the most improved player for the Redskins since week 1.
All right, we are at halftime. The Redskins lead 36-26 over the Philo Electrics. We're going to take another quick break here, and we will check in with more from Caldwell High School right after this.
I was sitting in my car, and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door, and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Welcome back. We are at halftime here. Philo Electrics taking the floor, and here come the Redskins as well. So getting ready now for the second half of action here. Redskins with a 10-point lead, 36-26. You're in the locker room. You're Coach Trout. What are you telling your kids?
You just got to keep playing hard. They for them to get back in this basketball game, they've missed some wide open looks from the perimeter. If they don't shoot it any better, I don't think they've got a chance to get back in this thing because Caldwell handles the basketball so well. I don't think you're going to get a lot of, easy points off of turnovers. So you're going to have to shoot the ball better, and I don't know whether they're capable of that or not.
Well, I talked with Coach Trout before the game, and one thing he did tell me, he said, look, we've got to be more fundamentally sound. He said, to stay in a basketball game, he said, we've got to block out, we've got to rebound, we can't turn the basketball over, and we've got to shoot. All pretty basic things, he said, but it's a simple game. He said, you do those things, you're going to be in games. They haven't been able to shoot too well tonight. I think that's in part due to the fact that the Redskins doing a good job defensively. Also, they're doing a real good job on the defensive glass. They
really are. Yeah, they have 11 defensive rebounds in the first half. They limited Philo to probably only 2 or 3 second chance opportunities.
Well, and the Redskins had multiple opportunities. They had a couple of possessions with 3 or 4 shots. So they are doing a nice job on the boards, and that's going to pay off come tournament time.
So to this point so far, a good bounce back here for the Redskins tonight after the tough loss last night against Garraway.
Have to see what adjustments Coach Trout has made, and we'll have to see what Coach Crane has decided to do here in the second half. Regular starting lineup out on the floor now for the Redskins. That's Dylan Wheeler out on Cade Searles. Here's a shot by Wilson for 3. Wesley Wilson.
Just what we said, that's what the Electrics need if they're going to get back in this game, to hit some more perimeter shots.
And
that was a set play coming through a double screen there on top.
Talon Preston is all over B.D. Lori here as we get ready to get underway. He's in his jersey.
I think Coach Trout said, "There's one thing I want you to do, son. You stay in his face."
Well, I should have told him to watch Tice DeVauld as well, as DeVauld hits a three, 39-29. Searles with the basketball for the Electrics. He'll take the three off the rim, no good. Coming down with it, that is Wheeldon up the floor quickly. Wheeler off now to DeVauld. DeVauld kicks it back outside. Long shot by Herlin, off the rim, no good. Here's Cooper Radcliffe for Philo. Up the floor in the lane now. Driving, shooting, and missing. Rebound fought for by Preston. Nice job by Talon Preston. That's his first two of the night. And we talked about it a little bit off the offensive glass
and
for the Electrics.
That's only 4 offensive rebounds all night for the Electrics.
B.D. Lori up the floor, dumps it off. Nice pass. Carter Wheeldon, the beneficiary of that. 41-31. Strickland to Wilson. Wilson for the Electrics. Up and no good. He was fouled by Dylan Wheeler.
Not a good foul that time by Wheeler, because really that shot was Wilson was completely out of control. I don't think that shot had any chance at all going in.
41-31, and it's a shooting foul, so Wilson will be on the line shooting a pair. Ball's up, got that one. That's 8 points on the night for Wesley Wilson. He's starting to heat up a little bit. Wes Wilson, just a junior for the Electrics. Second shot's up and in. Tice DeVauld now for the Redskins. 6:16 left here in the third. 41-33, 8-point lead. Wheeler on the sideline, and that ball's knocked out of bounds by Strickland.
I think that's the first time that the Electrics have shown any kind of trapping defense tonight.
Well, you had
took Wheeler a little bit by surprise.
Had to figure Coach Trout was going to make some kind of adjustment. Here's DeVauld dumping it off to Wheeldon. Can't get that to go. Strickland up the floor to Searles. Searles down the middle of the floor. Kicks it outside. Wilson takes a look. Back out now Strickland. Strickland takes a look and pulls it over to Wilson on the wing. Wilson in the lane. Finds Preston back outside Radcliffe. Radcliffe drives in from the block. Shots up. No good. And that's another foul. Let's see who picked that one up.
That's going to go against the sophomore Herlin.
Yeah, that's his first of the night. I don't know that was a bad foul. Radcliffe, though, will benefit. He'll get 2 from the line. Ball's up. He missed first one.
Herlin's got to learn to stay on his feet on that ball fake like that, though. He took the little ball fake and about jumped out of the gym.
Missed them both. Ball's tipped out of bounds. It will be Philo ball. So good job there by Strickland to force that turnover, basically.
Redskins had 2 players right there in position to get the rebound, couldn't come down with it.
Searles, NBA 3, misses everything. Strickland, they're going to say that ball hit out of bounds before Strickland got his hands on it. So it will be Redskins basketball. 41-33, 5:37 clock rolling here in the third quarter. Caldwell with the ball. Tice DeVauld across midcourt now. DeVauld in the lane. Wheeldon back to Wheeler. 3, no good. Rebound fought for. Wheeler comes up with it to Lori in the lane. Can't get it to go. Rebound Wheeldon, no good. Rebound Lori, no good. And Strickland almost comes up with it. Now Wheeler's got it. Looking for some help. Kicks it back outside. Possession Redskins. Oh, here's a steal by Strickland. Strickland up the floor. And that's going to be on Wheeler. That's what Strickland does. Quick hands.
Yes.
So that's going to be on DeVauld. That's his third. So that's something we need to keep an eye on. Searles shots up. Got it. Cade Searles, his first point of the second half. Boy, 5-point lead now, 41-36. Electrics starting to play a little harder now. Here comes B.D. Lori. Oh, Wheeldon can't handle the pass. Wheeldon gets a gift They throw it right back into him. Easy 2 for Wielden.
Timeout, Caldwell.
Yeah, good timeout, I think, by Coach Crane. Electric's changing that defense up a little bit. They're playing hard.
I tell you, that's one thing that you teach your kids right there. You don't save the basketball under the other team's basket, because case in point right there, you throw it back in and they got an uncontested layup. Good hustle there, like you said, by the Electrics. They've turned up the intensity here a little bit and have cut into that halftime lead.
Just 7 points right now. So, and Coach Crane seeing some things that he didn't like. Timeout. We're going to talk about this a little bit. And again, this is part of taking the other team's best shot. They're going to make some adjustments. They're going to have some ideas. Coach Trout said before the game, hey, we want to keep an eye on Beatty Laura. First half, Beatty got a lot of shots. Second half, I'll tell you what, Talon Preston, I mean, anywhere Beatty goes, if he goes out to get a drink, he's with him.
That's exactly right. He gets on the bus, gets off, whatever he's going to do, he's going to be with him. And they didn't show that in the first half. He waited till the second half to make that defensive adjustment.
Here's some full court pressure now by the Redskins following the timeout. 43-36. Caldwell by 7. Searles with the inbounds to Strickland. Strickland cross to Searles. Searles back to Strickland. Strickland cross midcourt now. Finds Radcliffe. Radcliffe. Searles for 3. Off the rim, no good. Preston and rebound. That's a nice job by DeVauld. DeVauld gets it over to Hurlin. Hurlin sees Wheeler under the basket. Good job by Strickland, though. Up the floor quickly. Out of bounds. They're going to say that's Caldwell ball. And let's see. Ethan Kroc will come in.
He's going to check in for Wheeler.
Wielden with the inbounds to DeVauld. 7-point lead. More intensity by the Electrics here in this third quarter. DeVauld with the basketball near midcourt for Caldwell. Redskins making some adjustments on the fly. DeVauld gets it over to Ethan Kroc, who's in the game now. Kroc works it down. Here's Wielden, up and in.
Nice pick and roll that time between the two sophomores, Wielden and Kroc.
All right. Strickland with the basketball now. Strickland works it in the corner. Wilson long shot in and out. Oh boy, I thought he had that one. That was a good look. Strickland fighting for the rebound. Let's see, a lot of contact. What are we going to say here?
They're going to call that against Hurlin, I believe.
Offensive foul number 10, Alex Hurlin. His second, team fourth.
Strickland's upset. Coach Crane calling Hurlin over. Inbounds now. Philo with the basketball. Call that on Hurlin. That's his second. 45-36. 9-point lead for the Redskins. Back out now. That's Searles. They're right out on him. Searles. They're going to be on. Oh, is that a timeout?
Redskin foul number 4, Tice DeVauld.
That's the fourth foul on Tice
Four
DeVauld.
on DeVauld, yes.
Boy.
And Wheeler checks back into the lineup for the Redskins. Those two guys that they used as substitutes in the first half probably have used all their quarters for the night, because they probably played all 4 quarters in the JV game.
I think he saved the fourth quarter from some, I don't remember, but I'm not sure of that. Searles on the elbow. Let's see. The illegal pick.
Must have
yeah,
been.
I think that's on 33. I think that is on Drew Wright. That's just his first. So Laura
with the first team foul. Yeah, Redskins are with 5 team fouls here, about halfway through the third quarter.
Lori in the lane, kicks it back outside. That's Hurlin. Back to Lori. Lori spinning, shooting in, can't get it to go. That's going to be on 33. 2 quick fouls on Drew Wright. Drew Wright, well, this is Beatty Lori.
This has got such good body control. When he goes to the basket, he's either going to score or get fouled.
And that's the thing that's frustrating. And if he gets fouled, it's almost an automatic too.
Yes.
All right.
Percentage-wise, the all-time leading free throw shooter in the state of Ohio.
Yeah.
And he's been perfect tonight.
3 for 3. This is his 4th shot. Second shot now by Lori. Senior puts it up. That's good. 47-36, back to an 11-point lead. Are they gonna they're gonna say something to Herlin here?
I didn't catch what went on, but he said right away, he said something to him.
Yeah, and they're gonna put Pfeffer back in. They eject him?
I don't know if they did or not, but I know he went.
No, they're talking. I don't think they ejected him. I think that it's just, hey, we're going to sit you down and talk to you.
So Pfeffer's back in the line, so he did have an extra quarter.
But, yeah. I thought I didn't think there's a nice job by Wielden. Yeah, picked out of the air. That's Radcliffe. Radcliffe to Searles. Searles to Strickland. Down low. That's right. Ball's up and in. 47-38. Things getting a little chippy here as the defense is picked up. Here's Lori. Lori, top of the key. That's going to be on Strickland. Strickland doesn't like the call, but I think he got him on the arm.
If not, that was a good acting job by Lori.
Well, that's another thing Beatty's pretty good at.
He's played a lot of basketball.
He has. And you don't want to put him on the line like that because, like we said, here we go. Ball's up and in. We can't even put the broadcaster's jinx on him. We've tried. It just doesn't work. Second shot now for Lori. 5 for 5 so far. 6 for 6.
And back up to a double-digit lead for the Redskins.
Full court pressure by Caldwell. Radcliffe with the basketball, works it to Searles. Here we go up the floor, steal. That's a nice job there by Wheeler. And I'll tell you what, nice job there by Wheeler as he finds Wielden running down the floor. Easy too for the Redskins. Here's Wilson, works it to Radcliffe, cross court. Searles for 3, off the rim, no good. Wright comes down with a rebound, back outside, driving down. That is number 10, that's Cooper Radcliffe. It's going to be Redskins basketball now. 1:53 left in the third, 51-38. Redskins with the lead. Defense is picked up, intensity is picked up, and it's pretty chippy right now.
The emotions have picked up here, too, in the second half.
Here's Laura. Nice pass to Wielden. You know, Wielden has 10 points here in the third quarter. Most of it's by paying attention because his teammates have found him under the basket. Searles. Searles to Wilson. Wilson down the lane. Little floater. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Ethan Kroc. Beatty Lori now with the ball now. 1:18 left here. They're going to trap him. He works it down to Kroc. Kroc flips it back outside. That's Wheeler driving, shooting, and missing. Let's see. What's the call?
They're going to call it travel. Wheeler evidently shuffled his feet before he was able to get the ball on the ground, taking it to the hole.
More full court pressure by the Redskins.
Starting to pay dividends here a little bit. I think they're kind of wearing Philo out a little bit.
Boy, and after playing a game last night, and here's a long shot by Searles. Rebound, that is Preston. Searles again for 3. That one goes down. Fighting for that inbounds pass. Beatty Lori now with the basketball. Preston right on him. Lori for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Wielden. Wielden driving, shooting. Can't get it to go. Pfeffer can't get the rebound. Lori is going to chase down that bad pass, but can't corral it. It'll be Philo basketball. 53-41, under 30 seconds left now here in the third quarter.
Dylan Schott, the freshman, back in the lineup replacing Wheeler.
See, I thought he pulled them out in the fourth quarter to give them an extra quarter. Oh, bad pass. Picked up by a shot. He gets it up the floor quickly. Here comes Wielden. Little finger roll goes.
Nice little Euro step that time by the sophomore.
That's 12 points for him in the third quarter.
All right around the basket.
Yeah, he's really carried them here in the third. Strickland. You talk about other guys stepping up. There's Wielden right there. Here's a shot. Radcliffe from the corner. That's good for 3.
3-point basket. Radcliffe.
End of the third quarter of play, and surprisingly, after a real tough defensive quarter, Caldwell with an 11-point lead. The score, Redskins 55, Philo 44. We'll take a break. Back with more right after this.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
We're back at Caldwell High School, getting ready now for the start of the fourth quarter of play. Redskins with a 55-44 lead on the Electrics. Both these teams have turned it up here in the second half, playing a pretty tough physical basketball.
They are, and it's going to be a war of attrition here in the fourth quarter. The move I didn't understand right there was getting Dylan's shot in there and using up a quarter, and he only got in 29 seconds. So we'll see what they actually are going to come back with Peffer to start here the fourth quarter. Duvall's back in the game.
Ethan Kroc in the game. Beatty Lori. And Wielden, who had 12 points in that third quarter. Having a great game tonight. Lori driving, shooting, and scoring.
That's just tough to stop.
2-4, Beatty.
All right. Radcliffe. That's Wilson. Wilson back to Searles. Searles drives in, cut off, gets it back to Wilson, who can't handle the pass. Redskins there with some good defense. A little pressure now by the Electrics.
They're going to pick up full court man-to-man, looks like.
Duvall with the basketball for Caldwell. Back out Beatty Lori. There's Preston right on him. Beatty turning, and that's going to be on Preston. Talon Preston didn't like the call, but
that was definitely a foul.
Yeah, Strickland's going to check back in as well. Timeout on the floor. Yeah, and Coach Trout working the official a little bit. Like, come on, he's really good. We should be able to do that.
The only way you're going to shut him down, you're going to get some help kind of like Garraway did last night. You're going to need to double team him. And Philo is elected tonight to try to play him man-to-man. And you can see from the scorebook that Beatty's had a lot more success tonight than he did last night.
Absolutely, but, you know, the man of the hour has been number 5, Carter Wielden. And, you know, he's been the beneficiary of a lot of good passes, but, I mean, he is wide awake out there. He's collecting a lot of basketballs around the rim via the pass, via offensive rebounds, and he's been able to put a lot of points on the board for the Redskins, picking up for that to make up for some of that tight defense.
He's got his hands ready to catch the pass, and then nice pass there by Wielden to Laura.
Easy little fadeaway. Here comes Searles. Nice job that time by Kroc. Kroc up in his face. Let's see, is that going to count?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's Clayton Peterson, his first 2 of the night. And Peterson's going to get a chance to complete the traditional three-point play. 59-46 right now. Redskins lead by 13. Nice job there by Clayton Peterson. More full court pressure by the Electrics. Tice Duvall with the basketball. Duvall playing with 4 fouls. He's got to be a little careful. Nice job. Pfeffer up and in.
Nice job by the sophomore right there. Good pass inside by Duvall.
I watched him in the JV games. He's a good-looking basketball player. Really smart move.
This is
well
going to
about
be good
the ball.
for him. You know, you get a little confidence in the basketball or the varsity game, and you're going to do nothing but get better.
That's right. Maybe you don't get to play in the JV game as much if you're good enough in this contest. Here comes Duvall up the floor, loses the handle. Some good defense there by Philo. Radcliffe finds a cutting Peterson. All of a sudden, Clayton Peterson on fire.
Boy, nice pass inside that time. That's the way to run a fast break.
All right, 61-49 now. 12-point lead for the Redskins. Duvall out near midcourt. Strickland's on him now. Duvall looking for a little help. Finds B.D. Lori on the sidelines. Preston's all over him. Lori, skip pass in the corner. Shot by Duvall. Off the rim, no good. Peterson with a rebound. Peterson looking for some help. Finds Radcliffe. Radcliffe across midcourt now. Driving in the corner. Searles. He'll take that shot. That's short. And coming down with it, Ethan Kroc to Tice Duvall. 61-49, 5:26 left in the ball game. Both these teams still playing hard. Ooh. He turned an ankle.
Foul number 2. Demetrius Strickland is 4.
Strickland fouled Duvall out on top, and Tice went down kind of awkwardly and comes up limping.
He turned an ankle.
Second in the ball game, number 3, Wesley Wilson.
Tice he's gonna
try to tough it out right now.
Boy, and I think he just rolled it. I don't think that it was anything, not much contact. I think he just found a wet spot on the floor and rolled his ankle. Here comes Duvall up the middle of the floor. Does that count?
Called it good.
Okay. All right. I think he was fouled. Was he fouled?
He was. He's going to go to the line to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play.
And they're talking to number 23, Talon Preston again. So,
and 1.
I'm sure
that turned ankles didn't seem to affect Duvall too much on that drive to the basket.
Turned it right on, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
They're talking to Preston about his defense on B.D. Lori, I think. All right, good job there.
Extends it to a 15-point lead here for the Redskins with just a little over 5 minutes to go.
Philo's going to talk things over just a little bit. And boy, Coach Trout, one thing about his kids, they haven't shot well tonight, but they are playing some tough basketball.
If you could just get them to somehow shoot a little bit better. They've had some wide open looks that just haven't gone down for them. But you're right, he's got them playing hard.
Again, people see that 7-2 record the Redskins are sporting, and it's like, hey, we want to knock these guys off. A lot of people have Redskins circled on the schedule.
I said the other thing is, too, Philo comes in here. I mean, I know last night they beat Meadowbrook, who doesn't have a win yet, but yet they beat Morgan last week, a decent score. They beat them by 2. So they'd won 2 of their last 3, coming in with a little bit of momentum and some confidence tonight.
Really like Coach Trout when I talk to him. I mean, like I said, he's emphasizing fundamentals, passing, shooting, defense. He's just, that's what he's all. He said, hey, it's a lot simpler than what we're making it. We can design all the great plays we want. If you don't execute on the floor with fundamentals, you're not going to have much success. So that's what he's concentrating on. Radcliffe with the inbounds now for the Electrics. Cade Searles with the basketball. Searles out near midcourt.
Redskins going back to that 1-3-1 half-court trapping defense that they used a little bit there in the first
like
half.
Like this, change the defense up a little bit. Wheeler back in the basketball game. And
there's your trap in the corner.
You're right. Duvall tipped out of bounds. That will be Philo ball.
Almost a steal over there by Wheeler.
I'm thinking Tice Duvall. His ankle's looking okay.
Yeah.
So Radcliffe loses the handle. B.D. Lori's got it. Gets it up the middle of the floor. Wheeled in. Can't get it. Followed by Kroc. Out to Wheeler. Wheeler back outside Lori. Redskins will slow it up, 64-49. They've got a 15-point lead.
Yeah, they're in no hurry right now. Time is their friend.
4:30. Radcliffe is watching the official, waiting for that 5. There he goes, 5 count starts. Here's Lori. That's off to DeVauld in the lane. Wheeler back outside Kroc. Kroc looking for some help, finds Wheeler out top of the key. Wheeler drives down the lane, back out to Kroc on the wing. Kroc taking his time, looking for DeVauld. Now he finds Wheeler. Wheeler drives the baseline.
Nice pass.
Followed up, that's Beatty Lori. Boy, that was Wheeldon again, and he was right where he needed to be. Just missed the shot. Searles, he'll take the 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound. Kroc tips it up, and here comes DeVauld. Yeah, nice job by Tice DeVauld.
Nice use of the left hand there by the senior.
68-49. Searles, Radcliffe. Down low, Peterson can't handle the pass. Here comes DeVauld, up and in. Timeout on the floor.
And just like that, it's up to a 21-point lead.
Yeah, Coach Trout all of a sudden not liking what he's seeing. And again, I'll say it again, Redskins lengthening the bench, and it's paying some dividends.
I tell you what, I like when the Redskins go to that 1-3-1 half-court trap with the length that they have with their players. They cover a lot of ground out there, and that's kind of, when they went to that kind of turn to momentum, Philo has not been able to score against that.
Shortest guy on the floor, Wheeler, is on the baseline.
And that's where you want him because he's got the most ground to cover. He's got to go corner to corner, and you've got Wheeldon out on top, who's 6'4". You've got Beatty in there, 6'4". Tice is 6'2". I mean, you've got some length. You take up some space.
And it's good to show a few different defenses. Yeah. It gives the other coach a little bit of something to think about.
And that was a good move by Coach Crane because he came out of the timeout and implemented that 1-3-1. And I'm sure that Coach Trout wasn't ready for that. So we'll see what the Redskins come out in here. Again, they lead 70-49 with 3:17 to go here in the fourth quarter.
And all of a sudden, and both teams with 16 fouls. So next foul, they'll shoot 1-1. Searles to Wilson. Wilson with the basketball. Wilson to Searles. Searles, top of the key for the Electrics. Back to Wilson on the wing, back to Searles. Searles. Strickland back in the game now. Strickland on the wing, top of the key, Searles.
Looks like the Redskins have gone back to a man-to-man defense here.
Strickland with Tice DeVauld on him. Strickland in the middle, loses the handle. Nice job by DeVauld, poking that away. Wheeldon back to Lori now. Lori with the ball. Working it out near midcourt. Preston still right on him. Lori down the lane, up and in. I'll tell you what, that time he kind of deked Preston. He took it back outside, and then he just turned on the Jets and went right down the lane. Ooh, shot from the corner. That is number 3. That's Wesley Wilson. Three-pointer for him. 72-52. Long dry spell there for the Electrics.
Yes, it has been.
Here's DeVauld. Cross midcourt now. They try to work a little trap on DeVauld. DeVauld finds Kroc, top of the key. Kroc drives, shoots. Can't get it to go. Rebound inside. Wheeldon. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Philo. Wesley Wilson. Up the floor quickly. Preston drives in the lane. Shots up. Can't get it to go. And rebound coming down with it. That's Wheeldon. Wheeldon back to DeVauld.
Coach Crane calling for him to spread things out here. I think you're going to see the ball go to deep freeze.
DeVauld.
Maybe not.
Driving, shooting, and scoring. You open that much floor up for Tice DeVauld, you better stay on him. Here comes Searles, back outside Wilson. Wilson for the Electrics on the baseline. Can't get it to go. Rebound DeVauld. So now they've got Preston on Lori, and here's DeVauld losing the handle. Finds Wheeldon. Wheeldon tries to get it to Lori. Turn back over. Peterson has it. Got up the floor. Strickland. And that's going to be on Wheeler, I think. A little push from behind.
Redskin foul number 1, Dylan Wheeler.
1:06 left in the ball game.
Team 7. Strickland will shoot 2.
Strickland's going to have 2 shots here, fouled in the act of shooting. Strickland with just 1 point tonight.
Not shot it very well from the perimeter.
Ball's up, that's good.
Checking in for the Redskins, number 11, David Guyler. He'll replace Tice DeVaul.
So DeVaul goes to the bench and replaced by junior David Guyler.
And
seeing his first action tonight.
Preston, there's a second shot up and in. Talon Preston goes out, and I'm sure that's going to put Strickland back over on Lori again.
They're still picking him up full court. They're
they
still playing.
are, sure, yeah. And, I think you're going to that's a blueprint. What Garraway did, balls up and in. Nice job by Lori.
That's a tough running shot that time by Lori, going right down the middle of the lane.
Strickland now with the deep driving, shooting, can't get it to go. He's fouled. That's going to be on Wheeler, I think.
Nice shot fake that time out by Strickland. Good strong move to the basket, at least drew the foul. Now you're going to see whole-scale substitutions here for the Redskins.
With 43 seconds left. Shots up. That's good.
Checking in for the line for the Redskins, 32, Garrett Brown.
Good. Garrett Brown, a sophomore. Preston Guyler, freshman. Dylan Shots back freshman, in, along with Kyler Starr getting his first varsity action tonight. Another freshman.
Number 5, Cruz Bittler.
Off the rim, no good. Coming down with that rebound, that's number 11, David Guyler. Working it back, that's Dylan Shot. Off to 32, Garrett Brown. Brown to Preston. Long shot from the corner by Shot, no good. Strickland up the floor, finds Searles. Searles driving, shooting, missing. Rebound coming down with that, 32, Brown. Out of bounds off of Strickland. It will be Caldwell basketball.
Dominic Fry, sophomore, into the lineup, replacing Shot.
And I think that may be due to, you got to watch the time there. So, Coach Crane finding a lot of use on players from the bench tonight.
I don't know what the discussion is over here at the table right now. I don't know, maybe.
Illegal substitution.
Fry, I don't know whether he actually checked in at the scorer's table or not. He was so excited he's going to get a chance to play some varsity ball. I think
said, I'm in.
Yes.
That's okay. Technical foul. Searles puts that one down. That's his first point in the fourth quarter. 76-55, 17.4 seconds left in the ball game. Second shot now. Cade Searles, the senior. Got them both.
And number 24, Malachi Strickland. He'll replace number 1, Cade Searles.
Some fresh jerseys in now for the Electrics.
Looks a little bit like the JV game that we saw when we first came in this evening.
Long shot missed by the Electrics. Guyler with the rebound. Works it up. 22, Mike, that is...
Tyler Starr.
Okay. And here's 25. That's J.R. Is that Curry? Or is that Fry? That's Fry. All right, that's it. 76-56. That's a final score tonight, Mike. And, 20-point win for the Redskins looked pretty easy. I don't know how easy this was. I really feel like...
It was kind of a sloppy game, which you kind of expect with both teams, having played last night. If I'm not mistaken, I think Philo was on the road last night at Meadowbrook. So they've had to make 2 trips. The Redskins did have a little advantage here. They were able to play back-to-back home games, but a little bit sloppy. But you can't fault either team for the intensity and as hard as each team played here tonight.
Yeah, and tell you what, Coach Crane, he got everybody in tonight.
He did, yeah, and that's good. That's good for morale. Those kids play all week long, in practice. Try to give the varsity, a good look, and it's nice to see those kids get a chance to show what they're able to do in front of a crowd here on Saturday night.
All right, the final score once again here tonight from Caldwell High School. It is the Redskins 76, the Philo Electrics 56. We're going to take a break, add up some of the final numbers, and we'll be back with a wrap-up right after this.
Everyone's looking for an encouraging sign in today's economy. The fact is, you'll find one right here in Caldwell at State Farm Agent Sue Snode's office. Because State Farm agents like Sue have been here helping people protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and we consider that a very good sign. See State Farm Agent Sue Snode at 400 East Street, Caldwell.
This year, the Southeastern Med Cancer Services team is celebrating 30 years of being accredited by the National Commission on Cancer. Earning this accreditation and maintaining it for 3 decades is a testament to their team's quality outcomes, dedication, commitment, and care for their patients and community. Learn more by visiting seormc.org today.
Let me guess. Unknown caller? You could reduce the number of unwanted calls and emails with online privacy protection. The latest innovation from Discover. We'll help regularly remove your personal info, like your name and address, from 10 popular people search websites that could sell your data. And we'll do it for free. Activate in the Discover app. See terms and learn more at discover.com/online privacy protection.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just 1 dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
I'm not buying till I checked on Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at doanford.com.
In today's marketplace, you have many choices for insurance. WB Green Insurance, a representative of Westfield Insurance, is committed to providing you with excellent coverage for your home and auto at a fair and competitive price. Westfield has been in the neighborhood for over 150 years, providing peace of mind and quality insurance products through independent insurance professionals. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield's pledge to their customers. Call WB Green Insurance today.
Welcome back. We're at Caldwell High School. Bill Cassler, Mike Podlasiak. Redskins come away with a 20-point win tonight, 76-56. Caldwell improving on the year now to 8-2. They continue to play some good basketball. Electrics dropping to 4-7 on the year so far. Caldwell commanded the first half, I would say, pretty well. Electrics came out, nice run in the third quarter. They made it a basketball game, but the Redskins pulling away for a 20-point win, Mike. Looked pretty good doing it tonight, particularly after having a tough night against an outstanding Garaway Pirates team on Friday.
They really turned it on there in the fourth quarter. I tell you what, that was probably as well as they executed the whole game. They really passed the ball around well, found the open man under the basket. They outscored the Electrics 21-12 there in the fourth quarter to come away with this 20-point win here tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's take a look at some of the team statistics. Really felt like the Redskins did a great job on the glass tonight.
They did. They out-rebounded overall. They out-rebounded the Electrics 36-24, and that included 12 offensive rebounds, which resulted in a lot of second-chance points for the Redskins. Shooting-wise, Philo shot the ball pretty well first half, 41%. Didn't shoot it quite as well the second half. ended up 20 of 54 from the field for 37%. Meanwhile, the Redskins really turned it up, especially in the fourth quarter. From 2-point range, they were 10 out of 14 in the fourth quarter alone. Finished up 31 out of 61 from the field, 51%. I had the Electrics charted for 14 turnovers against only 8 by the Redskins. So, as indicated by the score, the stats also dominated by the Redskins here tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good performance. Coach Crane has to be happy with this. And again, we talked about it. You come off a tough loss to a very good Garraway team. How are you going to respond? Well, this is the way you want to see your basketball team respond.
Exactly. And fortunately for them, they were able to do it on the home court tonight. They didn't play as well as they wanted to last night, but they came out today maybe just a little sluggish to begin with. But I tell you what, they played hard, continued to plug away, and I tell you, second half they really executed well.
Well, and we talked about it in pregame. You want to find a few more guys to get a few more minutes, and boy, they did that tonight. A lot of players off the bench tonight seeing time for the Redskins. So that's a good sign right there. As you look towards tournament, the deeper your bench is, the better your chances are.
Well, you had freshman Dylan Schott and sophomore Chaz Pfeffer came in and got a good bit of playing time tonight here at the varsity level, and that's going to do nothing but make the Redskins better coming down the stretch here.
No doubt about that. Let's check some of the final numbers, individual scoring for both teams. For the Electrics first, it was 2 points for Talon Preston. Something else about Talon, and he played B.D. Lori really, really tight in the second half. Came out, did a really nice job tonight. So hats off to that young man. In fact, the officials really had to corner. Look, you're going to have to back off just a little bit. Because
he did about as good as one person could do,
yes,
guarding B.D. Lori.
Yes, and 2 points also for Drew Wright. Big number 33 coming in there. It was 4 points for Demetrius Strickland, all from the free throw line. 5 points for Clayton Peterson. He had a little flurry there in the fourth quarter where he scored 5 points in a row for the Electrics. 9 points for Cooper Radcliffe. That's all on 3-point scoring right there. So from behind the arc, he had a good night. Wesley Wilson, a nice night as well. 12 points for him, leading the way for the Electrics. 23 points tonight for the senior Cade Searles. For the Redskins, here's Chaz Pfeffer in the scoring column. Nice, too. And I'll tell you what, he looked confident with the basketball when he got it. So he had 2 points tonight. But it's a good-looking player. Did a nice job off the bench, just a sophomore.
Solid handling basketball and defensively tonight for Chaz.
3 points for Ethan Kroc, and he's picking his game up as well. 3 points for Alex Hurlin, leading the way, trifecta. 16 points tonight for Carter Wielden. I don't know if that tells the complete story. Carter did a great job tonight on the boards. He also his teammates found him in open positions, and he did not miss when they found him with a good pass.
I tell you what, he had his hands ready, and they needed him tonight to step up, and he did. A good effort there by the sophomore.
21 points for Tice Duvall, and Tice playing most of that fourth quarter with 4 fouls. Did a nice job, tweaked his ankle a little bit. Look, they came out. I think he was all right, and leading the way for the Redskins. 31 points for B.D. Lori, and he does what B.D. Lori does. 6 of 6 from the line, hit a few threes, and dominated the fourth quarter. He was good for 10 points in that fourth quarter. Tice Duvall, nice job as well. He had 9 points in the fourth quarter as well. So the guys that lead the basketball team, when it came down to crunch time, they led the way in that final quarter.
That's what you want to see. You want to see some balance, which the Redskins got tonight. Beatty had, back to his normal 30, 31 points a night. And to get those, he really didn't force it. He was able to get the ball to the basket tonight, and when he wasn't able to convert, he got fouled, and of course he started another free throw streak tonight.
So nice win for the Redskins. They improved 8-2. Hey, I want to thank our sponsors: AMG Vanadium, Chandler Funeral Home, Doan Ford, patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, Southeastern Med, Sioux Snowed, State Farm, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, and Woodsfield Savings Bank. Without these sponsors, we could not do what we do here. Also, want to thank our crew tonight, who was also working on video. We were available on YRPtv, YouTube, and Facebook as well as KC 105. Brett Klein, our director, Andrew Dunlap, our cameraman. Nice job by them. Mike Podlasiak on color, and I'm Bill Cassler. Final score, one more time, it is the Caldwell Redskins 76 and the Philo Electrics 56 for AVC Sports. Have a great rest of your night.
Thanks for watching high school basketball from AVC Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by Doan Ford, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, WB Green Insurance, West 40 Auto Sales, Southeastern Med, AMG Vanadium, Woodsfield Savings Bank,
Sioux Snowed, State Farm, and Chandler Funeral Home.